This is going to be a video on how I do a complete port of a mesh into Xcom2 from start to finished. I've chosen to do, well, a quite simple one for the guide because, well, I don't want to sit, I'll have you sit here for, what, 6-7 hours just for the adjustments. So, well, I've chosen a Stormtrooper. Okay. What I'm going to do firstly is I'm going to go down into another layer and import my reference mesh default skeleton male. Okay, that's the default Xcom mesh that we want the Stormtrooper to be resized and, well, rigged to when we get to that. Okay. In this one, what we need to do, we need to have the mesh and the skeleton, the original skeleton for the Stormtrooper. I just downloaded this one from DeviantArt. If you're going to look for meshes to import, try and search for XPS, XNA, or XNA Lara. That's usually a good way of finding, well, meshes that are relatively easy to change back to Xcom. Right now, selecting the mesh and the skeleton, shift and click on the second layer to activate the reference, and R for rotate, and rotate it on I don't know, what is that? Well, rotate it 90 degrees. After that, you can see the model is still too big, so just press S to enter the scaling option and pull down until we have almost size. Then we need to zoom in, we have to adjust it. As you can see, this one is actually a bit too far in front of the original one, or the Xcom one, so we need to move it. As you can see right here, as it is right now, it is actually not fitting too good, but it will be fixed when we start going into pose mode for the Stormtrooper. Right now, we just want, well, as close as we can get to the torso, being in the right position. As you can see, there's still a bit of clipping here, so we need to move it right around here. That should do it. Let's see. A bit more. Okay. See, we don't care about this part. What we care about is this part, because that will actually, well, it can do quite a bit of clipping. Let's see. We can still increase the size of the mesh slightly, because it's still, I made it a bit too small. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, you can see this should be correct. Okay. And let's see. as you can see here, we are actually, wait, I'm just gonna save this. Stormtrooper work file. No Xcom2 begin. Let's see. Now we can start doing the easy part of, well, repositioning the limbs. So what we need to do is just have the skeleton selected, and we go into pose mode. And if you want, you can turn on names, but right now that's not needed. So, well, leave it off. But you can see it's done in this little tab thingy. I don't know. Looks like a man. I don't know what the name is. Okay, now let's see. We're gonna want to rotate this, as you can see, but we just want to rotate it forward a bit. So what we can do is go to the side, wrong side, sorry. You can see I press R to rotate, and I press my X to go left and right. And I try to reposition it so it fits on the left and right side. Oh, yep. Oh, by the way, I need to check something. Okay, as you can see here, the legs actually touch each other when we reposition them in. So I'll just go back 2 steps and do a quick little personal preference. Let's see, can we? Yeah, we can. Okay. Right now I'm just selecting the legs as they are. What I want to do now is I want to separate the legs into 2 parts, because that will make our job of weight painting them later on a lot more easy. So what we do here is select like this. That should be it. And we want to have this one. We want to have that too. We don't want to have that. Zoom in. Solid. Let's see. Still have a bit of the other leg here. Trust me, this will help a lot later on when we have to rig it and apply the weights. So it looks just about right. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do now is separate this one as we have it selected. Wait, looks like I forgot some parts. We don't want this to be included. What I'm pressing here is just, well, L for select all, Shift L for well, what's it called? Deselect. Okay. Looks okay. Okay, what we do now is press P and separate selection. as you can see now. Let's see, we actually have one leg and the other leg, but we haven't separated the other leg yet. We can actually do that too. Let's do it ahead of time. Wireframe, select, yes, thank you. Select. As you can see here, there's still some bits and pieces missing. Okay. I said this one will actually, we need to include that one on the leg when we separate it, because, well, it's gonna follow the leg later on. Let's see. That seems about right. Okay, separate by selection. Okay. As you can see right now, it's actually it's still attached to the bones, so that we separated it will only, well, help us later on. Okay, let's continue. Select that mesh again. No, wrong one, sorry. Okay. And we can move the legs forward a bit. As long as they fit roughly. The only reason why we want this is, well, so when we import it to the, what's it called, to the game, the positions are almost the same. You can see here I actually still have it a bit too big, so I'll just fix that by scaling the leg down slightly. You won't see that when it's in the game. Okay, that's more or less the legs taken care of. Let's go to the arm. And now, right here, it's actually good to have the names on now. If there's a lot of bones, if there's not a lot of bones, just switch the names off. It's, well, whatever you want. Let's see. Let's start to lift the arm. But we also need to turn it back slightly. And that part. We might actually have to reposition the shoulder a bit. Just use the G key and move it down slightly. Okay. As you can see, the arm is, well, what your goal is here is actually to have as little of the original mesh showing. That means, well, the positioning is correct. But sometimes it's not possible to get everything because, well, sometimes the body parts are smaller than the original mesh. So let's see, we can move it a bit more. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. Trust me, when you get to this part, well, not this one, but the hands. well, you're not gonna like hands because they take a long time to do. So what I'm gonna do now is show you the start of repositioning the hand, and well, show you the basics of it. After that, I will speed up the video so you don't have to sit and watch it for too long until I've done this hand, that arm, and that hand. It's going to take a bit of time, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But let's start. I select the wrist, press comma on my keyboard to zoom in to the location. Let's start positioning the hand. Let's see. This one is actually, it seems like it's quite easy because it's almost correct from the start. We might have to, okay, let's see, I'm just gonna extend the arm a bit. Okay, let's start with the pinky finger. Rotate. Rotate. I can strongly recommend doing this in small increments to start with, because it's really easy to have the fingers look, well, strange. Let's see, we can move this up. Don't worry about the positioning of the fingers right now, because right now we're just trying to stretch out the hands so it looks natural. Whoops. Let's see. Again, there might be easier ways of doing this, but this is how I learned how to do it. And I was scaling on the wrong axis. Need to be on the x-axis, not the y-axis. That finger can a bit more. Just turning on textures. That seems okay. Okay. Next finger. Let's see. Just going to turn this off to see. It still looks pretty natural. We will edit the last things later. Can go a bit more up. Let's start stretching the finger. see. Do the thumb. That one you have to use more than one direction of the band. Okay. As you can see, right now the fingers are stretched quite evenly, but the hand doesn't fit yet. So go in, try and see if you can turn. Almost. But as you can see, the fingers are a bit too small. So we can either increase this arm again. That's that way. Actually, I think increasing the arm on this one is the best way to go. Okay, let's see if we can reposition the thumb a bit better. Let's see. Still a bit off on the fingers. So let's turn it a bit more. I think if we can get the middle finger to fit, that's the way to go on this one. And we can move these fingers back into position by moving on the set axis. You can see this one actually had to go up a bit more. It's a lot of fiddling when it comes to the fingers. But trust me, you don't want them to, well, not be as precise as you can get. Let's see. And on this one, we will actually resize the thumb a bit like that. Let's see how it looks. You can see here with the text, yes, the finger is actually looking a bit, well, broken. So let's zoom in and see if we can fix that. That one needs to go a bit further up from the start. And I actually took that one a bit too far. So this looks about right. Okay, I will now speed up the video to fix the other arm so you don't have to sit and watch everything again. So Okay, seems like the hands have been adjusted as we want. So let's go back to solid. Let's just see how the head looks. Wireframe. As you can see, the helmet is quite a lot bigger than the head. So let's try and fix that. Selecting that one. Move the head down. Okay. This looks okay. You can see the head inside here. What I didn't, what's it called? I did not scale the head. I scaled the bone for the neck, pulling it down. So this actually looks pretty decent. See if we can move the legs a bit further, and then make another bend at the knee to put it wrong one. Seems okay. Okay, that's the repositioning done. Okay. So, but as you can see here, if we go into edit mode, the skeleton pops back. We don't want that. So we need to put a new armature on it. Go back into edit. Select so yeah. Right now we just want this. Okay. Select the upper body. So you can see it pops back. It doesn't fit the skeleton anymore. Go into the wrench, the armature, add modifier, add armature. On the second one, down here, choose that one, armature, because we don't want the root. The root is for later. Click apply. Yeah, we didn't want to be in that one. As you can see here, it looks really strange. So, but click apply and then remove that one. See, pops right back to where we want it. Now do the same for the legs. Add modifier, armature, armature, remove that one, modifier, armature, armature, apply, remove, and we have repositioned everything. So what we want to do now is actually remove from the current parent, but save as. Remember to save quite often, so if you make a mistake, you can always go back. Okay. We're gonna start by removing this one. You select it, you hold Alt and click P. Clear parent and clear transformation. And do the same for that. Do the same for that. And Now we actually don't need this skeleton anymore, so let's just move it somewhere else. Let's see. Seems like I actually twisted this finger. Let's go a few steps back because I made a mistake. Now we need to go further back. Okay. That's why we saved. Go back. Okay. Let's see if I can get that up. First mode. You can see the finger is actually turned where it shouldn't be. So we will just see. Well, seems like I made a mistake with the finger. That's why you should never rush the finger, like I said before. Then you can see what happens. It's only a slight turn, but well, it will be visible later on. Well, ignore it for now. Go back to object mode. Let's see, I think we have two. No, I think. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It's already been uncounted. Let's just do it again to make sure. And move this one. Let's move it over here. Okay. Now, what we want to do is on this one, we want to remove all the vertex groups that's already assigned, so they don't interfere with the new one. Just delete all groups, delete all groups, and delete all groups. Okay. And now what we want to do is we want to parent it to this one. I actually don't like, I like to have it like this. It's easier for me to see. Let's see, we move this skeleton over here. This is just moving what layer they're on. It has not much to say other than, well, personal preference. But as you can see, the bones for the Xcom2 soldier actually fits pretty well right now. But what we want, you can see here, if I go into pose mode, it doesn't actually do anything because we haven't assigned any weights yet. So this is what we're gonna do. Say we move SM leg, right? SM left. This is just for my own help, so I know which is which. SM upper body. Okay. There's different ways of parenting. For me, I find it easiest to just pull it up to the top one, take this, pull it up, drop to set parent with empty groups. I never use automatic weights, I never use any of the others, I only use automatic empty groups, sorry. Let's put everything up here with empty groups. Okay. Now it has the new skeleton as its parent. And now instead of manually painting in every part of the body, the weights for the body, you can see blue, there's nothing. Then seems I forgot to remove oh, okay. Yeah. Wrong skeleton. Sorry about that. Empty groups. You didn't see that part. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. That was a big mistake from me, but stuff happens. Let's see, we go into weight paint again. As you can see, no weights have been assigned. Let's start with doing weights to the upper body. And to save yourself some time, we will just transfer the weights from the old skeleton or the old mesh. Go into weight paint mode. Here we go. See, go into weight paint mode and go up, find the pelvis. You can see it highlights here. Shift click to enable the second layer. Shift click on your target, and you have to make sure it's set to the same one here. Click here, transfer weights. Don't click anything else yet. Scroll down, source layer, by name. And as you can see now, we just take that one. If we make this a bit smaller, rearrange this. See, the basics are there. You need to adjust quite a bit on what's it called? On the weights, because automatic transfer, it doesn't always do the best job, but it's a lot easier than, well, doing everything by hand. Let's see, let's go up, pelvis, transfer weights, by name, do that, take that, transfer weights, by name. Okay. Now let's see how good a job it initially did. You select all your skeleton, blah blah blah, like we did before. Let's try and move the leg. Oh, and as you can see, when I transferred the weight for the legs, it actually applied some weight to the other leg where it shouldn't. So let's see. That's where separating the legs at the beginning comes handy. I actually installed a small extra add-on so I can remove a lot of things that's not needed. I'll leave a link in the description for that one. Let's see, let's go in and start editing this then. What you need to remember, you can see here, it seems like these two wrong, wireframe. Okay, you can see here, whoops, it's actually missing some parts. So what we will do, we will take mix, we will set it to 0.6, and we will fill in the blue spots here because, well, it missed that when it was transferring the weights. That should do it. But we don't want this, so we will subtract that. I usually leave just a bit on top of the leg to prevent the mesh from splitting apart. Let's see, the twist part, we don't want anything down here. You can see there's still something that's not supposed to be here. Let's see where that is. Let's add some. See if that fixed it. Oh, it seems it did. As you can see, this leg is, ignore the right leg, but this leg right now seems to be okay. So back to object, click that one, go back to this, and let's see. Again, subtract. Leg twist, we don't want that. Right leg, and again, stuff is missing, so we will put it in manually. Let's see. Seems about right. Let's test it. Yeah. Go back to texture mode. Object. Let's try and move the leg. Seems about right. There's still a bit here and there, but that's afterwards when we get to the next stage. Whoops. We don't want it to stay there. Let's see. Okay. This is why you turn on textures afterwards, because you can see right now this small pouch here looks funny, but that's something that will be fixed later on when we go into details. Right now we just test the different body parts to see how it works. One of the reasons why I chose to do a mesh for this tutorial, a mesh with a helmet is, well, a helmet is really easy to weight paint. We don't have to worry about anything below, the helmet. So what we're just gonna do now, I'm gonna turn off the skeleton for now because I wanna separate the helmet. Right now, we just do easy part. Wireframe. Make it bigger. Select. As you can see, I've got quite a bit I didn't want, so let's see if we can. I'll have to look. Now, I actually. Nah, I don't want the net to be a part of it. Okay, let's see. Move it. There's still some things that's not supposed to be there. That's here. Remove that. And the head. Okay. Again, after you did that, click P, click separate, and the head is on its own. And now I'll show you why I chose to do it with a helmet and not an actual head. Remove unused. Remove, and remove everything in this one that doesn't say head. Quick select. Select all, assign, head's done. Let's see. Now what we need to do is check in here for movement of the arms. Seems okay. You can see here there's some stuff here that moves that's not supposed to. So what we will do, go into weight paint mode and remove. See, there's still some things. Let's see, we remove the head so we can actually remove unused. Okay, forearm. Well, to make this more easy, what we will do is separate the arms from the torso. Edit mode. Select all deselect all. Let's see how much we can actually. Well, it seems like we can take almost everything. So let's do. Okay, we don't want that. See, we have to manually do this. For this, I will turn off skeleton. Let's see, we'll take on the edge of the armor. Just do it roughly to start with. We'll go into details after. See. The reason I'm doing this is because Xcom is using 4 major body parts: legs, torso, and arms. Legs, torso, arms, and head. So we need to separate it anyway. Let's see if I remember to add the entire arm. It's easier to actually do correctly. Let's see. It seems about right. Oh, you can see here there's a small black one. We don't want that. Go through it all, and it seems we can separate that. Seems like we did an okay job separating that. Now for the other arm. Quick and dirty to start with. Go back. I can tell you this while I'm doing this. I actually saw a video of another way of doing this, but since I haven't really tried it and is not comfortable with that way of doing it yet, I will not include it in this video. I will leave a link to it in the description. I forgot the name of the guy who made it, but it's another way of separating the meshes from the major body part groups, and it can save you some time if you know how it works. I'm not that familiar with it yet. I've been doing it like this for quite a few meshes now, and well, I'm actually quite comfortable doing it like this. And I kind of feel like if I want to make a video on how to do the separation process, I should do it in the way I am comfortable doing. We didn't want that. Remove this. There's a good chance that your first separation won't be exactly like you want it to, but I can highly recommend doing simple meshes to start out with. That's what I did. When I started out doing mods for Xcom2, I had no idea how Blender worked, how nothing worked, but keep doing it and you will learn. Oh, here you can see I actually missed some parts. So we will go back a few steps. Let's see. But I actually, oh, sorry, I turned off. Well, let's do this again. I'll speed up the video for it this time. Okay. I will pause the video for now because I just need to start up another program. Be right back. Okay, I've started up the editor because we need to start importing this to see how it looks. I've done a complete video before on how to import everything into the SDK, so I'm not really going to go over it here in details. I'm just going to do it, well, quite quick. Export to import, and let's call this legs for some strange reason. Select objects, tangent, torso. Arms, I'm just going to take both arms at the same time. Oops. Arms and the head. Minimize. And let's create a new package. Stormtrooper. Grouping, skeletal meshes. Name, nothing. Okay, this is just to create the UPK file we need. And let's pull in here. See if I did everything correct. Skeletal mesh, yes. Skeletal mesh, yes. Skeletal mesh, yes. Skeletal mesh. Okay. All the body parts are correct. So let's see how it handles on the animations. Soldier. Where is soldier animation? Animations. So AS soldier. Double click. Arms. Edge. Legs. Torso. And well, it seems like it actually succeeded in the first go. Well, I was lucky. Let's see. Do some different animations to see how the body reacts to the different kinds. But it seems like it actually worked on the first go. I can tell you from experience that's not what's going to happen for most of your rigging jobs. But for some reason it succeeded. I'm guessing because it's a really simple mesh I used for this example. But yeah, what I wanted to show you, but that I really have no reason to, but yeah, what I wanted to show you is how you correct the different errors that might be if there were spikings in the animation, if parts moved that weren't supposed to move. Oh, you can actually see here. There is a part here in the torso. See here, this small part, it doesn't move with the rest. So what we have to do is go into weight paint, and let's see, we find the rib cage, and we want to multiply because you can see here there's a bit missing. So let's add some. To see. Okay. And since it was just the arm, let's see, we're just gonna take a quick look because it seemed like it was only around the torso area that was a problem. Let's remove it. We don't want this part to twist. You can see here, this is the editing part where we need to go in and see where it applied stuff that it doesn't need. It can be long and tedious, and well, it has to be done. Let's see. Seems okay. Remove a bit here. Shoulder seems okay. Might go down a bit too far. Okay, let's try this. X arms, and go back and re-import the arms. As you can see, it looks a lot smoother. So that's what you need to do for every part. You can see here the same happened over here. Oh, we can actually see here there's a spike. Let's see if we can see where that spike comes from. The easiest way to do that is just select the arms, because well, the spike happened in the arms. It seems, yeah, this is a spike. This is when there's supposed to be weights and there isn't any. So what we do is we go back to solid mode and we can see what arm was it. It's this arm. Go into weight paint, go into wireframe, and we will have a look of where it is. Turn the light. If you want to turn the light in the SDK, you press L and rotate your mouse. Seems let's see, it's the bottom part here. To Just looking. I want to make sure I get the right areas. It seems like it's the arm itself. I might have removed a bit too much, so let's try and just do a quick run through to start with to see. Add a bit here, a bit here. See the twists. Let's add slightly. Forearm, we don't need to change, so put it back in here. See, the shoulders might still be too big. Remove it here. And let's try that. As you can see, it takes a lot of tries to get correct, and well, it's just trial and error, to be honest. Reinforce. See if that fixed anything. Well, it fixed some of it, but there's still some, and it seems like that's the bottom of this one. So let's see. Go back. Okay, let's see if that did it. Yeah, that fixed it. The spike is gone, meaning the area where I didn't add enough weight or any weight has been corrected. So, well, what you need to do is, well, go through the different animations, see if there's any spikes, see if there's parts of the body that's moving that's not supposed to move, if there's stretching, stuff like that. It will take some time, and well, the video would be like 5 hours long if I had to do everything here. So, as you can see, everything else is looking, well, like it should. So I guess that's it. That's start to finish of porting meshes from other games into Xcom2. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I hope that the video actually helped you slightly. I'm still new at making videos, so there might have been easier ways of doing things, better ways of explaining, but well, this is how I've taught myself how to do it, from watching videos, from getting help from friends in the modding community. But yeah, I hope it helped you out some, and if the video helped you, if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for stopping by. Till next time, see you.